Next week marks 4 years since one of the nation's worst mass shootings, the attack at Sandy Hook Elementary School in Newtown, Connecticut. And tonight, the FBI has arrested a Tampa woman accusing her of making death threats against a man living right now in South Florida whose 6-year-old son was murdered in that massacre. CBS 4's Gary Nelson has the story.
4 years ago next week, a maniac with an assault rifle murdered 20 children and 6 adults at Sandy Hook Elementary School in Newtown, Connecticut. Who could forget? But some might not know this tragedy has been called a hoax by individuals and groups who believe it either didn't even happen or was part of a conspiracy to advance gun control. Now, one of the alleged hoaxers has been charged with telephoning death threats to Lenny Posner, who now lives in South Florida and whose 6-year-old son Noah was killed in the massacre. 57-year-old Lucy Richards of Tampa, seen here in a years-old previous arrest, is charged with 4 counts of transmitting death threats to Posner, leaving them on his voicemail. The anti-hoaxer website sandyhookfacts.com posted the calls.
You're a loser. You're going to rotten hell.
3 threatening voicemails were filled with grotesque profanity.
You're going to die. Death is coming to you real soon. You're going to die.
Lenny Posner declined an interview, but in response to this woman's arrest, read a brief statement over the phone.
We are comforted to know that the system is working to protect the victims of violent crime from re-victimization by potentially violent hoaxers.
Posner has been so targeted by Sandy Hook hoaxers that he doesn't allow himself to be photographed as he now appears.
Because of the all of the threats against me, all of the hate, all of the death threats.
The Sandy Hook hoaxers include some unlikely figures like FAU professor James Tracy, who blogged it was an Obama-backed effort to curb assault rifles. He was fired and is suing to get his job back. Lenny Posner is fighting back. He created Honor.com, the Honor Network, a site devoted to debunking the hoaxers. He refuses to allow the lives of his son and the others to be erased. Numerous hoaxers have been arrested for harassing Sandy Hook families. It's thought this is the first federal case, however. Lenny Posner moves frequently because the threats against him are so pervasive. You can read the indictment against one of his alleged tormentors and learn more about his efforts to preserve his son's memory at cbsmiami.com. In the newsroom, Gary Nelson, CBS 4 News.
Oh, that is despicable.